This video shows some simple ideas and advice for young leaders who are helping to organise and run the Learning and Discovery Personal Challenge Days. Information can be found in 3 helpful guides: pre or post COVID, where there are no restrictions on how activities are organised; school-based challenge days, where the activities have to be carefully managed; and ideas to support those young people who may have to participate individually or at home. The ideas in the guides can be mixed and matched to suit the circumstances in your school. The guides contain loads of ideas on how to adapt activities for different abilities and settings. These are based on 4 sports areas: athletics, badminton, sitting or seated volleyball, all current parasports, plus new age curling. As a young leader supporting the challenge days, you will have a number of responsibilities: to keep everyone safe, to make sure that everyone is included, to generate fun and keep the score, and to debrief with participants post-event, enabling them to reflect on their performance and experiences. In terms of safety and hygiene, your school will have its own policies and practices. For example, it may be useful for young people to follow a one-way system around the activities, enabling interaction and contact to be safely managed. Another key aspect is to provide safe social distancing, while at the same time enabling young people to interact and enjoy the challenges. And of course, during the personal challenge days, it's vital that young people maintain good hygiene standards. This includes frequent hand washing, using good old soap and water. The use of face masks may be required in certain circumstances, as well as the regular cleaning of shared equipment. There are many ways of ensuring the inclusion of all young people in the personal challenge days. Work with your PE teachers to find imaginative and innovative ways of opening up activities to the widest possible range of young people. One tried and trusted method with which you may be familiar is the application of the STEP adaptation tool. This enables you to modify activities so that all young people can take part. STEP is an acronym for Space, Task, Equipment and People, and these are 4 elements of any activity that can be changed or modified in order to include the widest possible range of ability. These changes can be made to any of the specific STEP components or in a combination of 2 or more elements as required. Space can be manipulated, for example, by setting different distances based on ability from a target. Manipulating space can create challenge as well as providing support. For example, if you hit the target, move further away. If you miss, go a bit closer. When setting up a simple out and back relay, teammates can do the challenge differently. Some can have a different turning point and others a different start point. So people can play in different ways. Use all of the environment and the available space to create different challenges. For example, this outdoor target grid with different scores allocated to each zone. However, even very small indoor spaces can be adapted to create similar challenges. For example, this target grid in a very narrow hallway. Task, or the way young people do the activity, can be changed in many ways. So a new image curling floor target can be moved onto a tabletop. The way that people play can be endlessly adapted. For example, using the strongest hand, the non-dominant hand, using both hands, or some other means of propelling the plastic jar lids towards the target. Tasks can also be simplified into their individual components or strung together into more complex sequences. It's important that tasks not only create challenges but also provide early success, which encourages participants to try harder for the next level. Starting too high can discourage and demotivate young people. Choice is an important factor in inclusion. A variety of targets challenges a young person to propel or send an implement in different ways. Bingo! Having a range of equipment always provides young people with more choice. Or perhaps they don't use equipment at all. Regular equipment can be used in an adapted way or in combination with other equipment items. Or adapted equipment can be created using available materials. Improvise. For example, a simple sound ball can be made by placing any ball in a plastic bag and securing with tape. The ball crackles when it's rolled on the ground. Some of the challenge activities require eye shades, but these can be improvised using a clean strip of material such as a tea towel. The way that young people interact can also be modified. This out and back relay can be made more socially distant by creating two parallel courses over which young people travel back and forth in turn. Young people can support each other by providing verbal or other sound cues to a teammate wearing eye shades. Or a combination of verbal guidance and a guide rope can be used. Always try to generate fun and enjoyment, but remember to keep the score. It's important to participants and it helps them to improve next time. A key role for you is to lead discussion in the breakout area to encourage young people to share their views about their personal challenge day experience. There are ideas in the guides to help you lead these discussions, along with lots of information about activities and how to adapt them. Another source of information is the Top Sportsability website, where you'll find literally hundreds of video clips and activity cards that will give you loads of ideas. But most importantly, Stay safe, have fun, and help other people do the same.